Yo, what's up guys, I'm back on review here. Now this time I have this 88 Bruno. Now, for most of the games for him, I played him as a centre mid. I played him in a 5-3-2 as an attacking centre mid. He was very good in that formation with a shadow on him. But this is just a replica kind of thing. It's nowhere near what I had it. But like, it's just because I saw my team foot champs to get some hero cards. I played all my games. But yeah, anyway, on base stats then for Bruno. So 75 pace, 86 shooting, 89 passing, 84 dribbling, 70 defending, and 76 physical. So on paper, you could play him centre mid, CDM if you wanted to, cam. But I'll speak more about that on the positive and negatives. If you want to see anyone particular, please like, subscribe, and leave it down in the comments, and I'll try and get around to doing that for you. But other than that, peace.
Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed. As I bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed. Let me all of the pain seems to follow, like a shadow dark and cold to the touch. Am I insane not to let go? Oh, go on, just do what you do.
So on to positive and negatives about Bruno then. So this Bruno card, to be fair, I actually really did enjoy it centre mid. Would his best position be cam? I did play him a few games at cam, and I'm going to be completely honest, I feel like he's a better centre mid overall. So first for him, I'm going to kick off with the 4-star skills. Now this I'm literally basing this purely off of centre mid. The 4-star skills for him, really, really good to be fair. I really did enjoy the 4-star skill. Like, it just allows him to be able and nimble just in case he needs it. Let's say I end up somehow getting him wide because I'm playing a 5-back and he sometimes make a wide run. I would get him there and he'd just be able to do the skills to get him out of the position to maybe play it onto a better player. So that is a nice start about him. Now next for me is going to be the pace. Now the pace, to be fair, 75 base, especially with the shadow as well, goes up to 85. So that's actually really good for a centre mid. I don't think you should really not boost it. I feel like you should put a shadow on him no matter what. But there we go. It's not bad, but it's not amazing. But like for a centre mid, you don't really need a lot of pace, do you? Next up for me is going to be the finishing. Now the finishing for him, to be fair, really good. You don't really need any more than 83 finishing for a centre mid. It's kind of wasted if you do. But if you needed it, it was there, and he did score, as you've seen in the clips. It was actually really nice for him. Next up for me is going to be the shot power. Now again, the shot power for him, really, really good to be fair. He would smack it near post really well, cross goal really well. It was just, generally speaking, he's just a very well-rounded card. Next up for me is going to be the long shots. Now, if you want to pop one off from centre mid for him, you can. Like, it's generally really good, and I have scored quite a few of them, to be fair. I don't think I've actually clipped them. I think it actually bugged out when I did, but yeah, the long shot's actually really good for him. Next up for me is going to be the passing. Now this is general. Look at all the stats there, 87 above all of them, really really good. Didn't really put a pass wrong for me, to be fair, when I played that wide to my left wing backs and right wing backs going forward, or playing it through to my strikers. Let's say they make a really good run, play it through. He's not really going to put it wrong, and even with the curve and that, like finessing it, really really good for him. Like look at the traits he's got, it's just brilliant. Next up for me is going to be the ball control. Now, the ball control for him, really, really good, to be fair. Didn't really put a touch wrong. Even when I fired at him with the R1Xs, he still really controlled it nicely, so that is another good stat about him. Next up for me is going to be the composure. Now, the composure for him, along with the finishing and that, along with the passing, all of these just go together really, really nicely. Like, Bruno Fernandes is probably the perfect centre mid. Maybe if he had a bit more defending. But yeah, the composure allowed him to be a really good finisher and a really good passer, so that is another good positive about him. Last for me is going to be the stamina. Now, this stamina at centre mid, I think is just about good enough. Anything above a 90, I would probably say will last you the whole game and probably extra time as well. Let's say it's like 86 or something like that. I feel like it might die out in extra time, but generally speaking, the 91 stamina it will last you, so that is another positive about Bruno. But there's also positives, now let's get the negatives. So on to the negatives about Bruno then. So personally, I'm going to kick off the 3-star weak foot. Now this is a little bit unfortunate because he used to have 4-star, and he probably would have been a lot better if he had the 4-star. But generally speaking, the 3-star isn't too bad. He still can pass on it, and it's still not, like, it's one of those hit and miss ones where it could be good, could be bad, but generally speaking, his stats will counteract it because they are so good, so the passing will still end up really nice. Next of me is going to be agility. Now the agility for him isn't really the best. He's not really. This is why I recommend you play him centre mid, because that centre mid agility isn't bad. Like you can get away with that. But I feel like as a cam, that agility isn't really what you want. You want a bit more than that. Let's say the twist and turn and then get the pass off beforehand. The agility is a little bit low for that. Next of me is going to be the balance. Now this actually is a little bit annoying because of this and the strength. So both of them two are the negatives. Especially him being 5'10", is he? 5'10". I really expect him to have a bit more balance, to be fair. He's not really like that good with it. Let's say like a Valverde, something like that comes side by side and push him off. He will get the ball, Valverde will, or like a Renato, because they're faster and they're probably just as strong. So they will just push him off and he'll just lose the ball. So that is a little bit annoying at times, especially when they're like heavy pressing. Next of me is general defending. Now, considering he's a centre mid, right, the defending isn't the best, but it's not bad. So all my negatives, they're not bad things, but they're not like amazing. They're just very nitpicky. So the defending overall, let me get the stats up. So with the shadow, it goes with the 83 stand tackle. See, that isn't really bad for centre mid. You could definitely get away with that. But generally speaking, as you can see, the interception is 66. Head and accuracy, that's part of the jumping and head and accuracy. I'll speak about that in a minute. Defensive awareness isn't the best as well, and neither is the stand tackle. So overall, the defending is a negative for him, even though I feel like he's a better centre mid than Cam. As I was just speaking about, the aerial ability, not good for him at all. If you're going to stick it up into the middle, probably just say it's like a Pogba or something if you have him as well, because they are a nice green link. I had them both. But yeah, the heading for him, not really the best. That's one of Bruno's worst aspects, to be honest. I think I've already gone over the strength along with the balance, so I don't need to go over that. The aggression, I don't know how it's this low, because Bruno is a very aggressive person. He's a very angry man in real life, so the aggression probably should be higher. But there we go, it's not really the best, and that goes along with the strength. He just will get pushed off by a bigger, stronger centre mid. Let's say he's in like a 50-50 with them. So generally speaking, right, he's good card, but he's not like amazing card. He's just a general, like all around good card. But I'll speak more about the overall score now. So over for Bruno, I'm going to give him two specific ratings, one for Cam and then one for centre mid. I would recommend you playing him centre mid, to be honest. I feel like he's a better box to box than he is Cam, because I feel like he's a little bit slow and a little bit unagile for Cam. You should probably get like a better colour, like maybe Neymar. Obviously you can't really afford that, a lot of people, so maybe Usman or something. A lot more agile, less passing, but I'd probably say better overall. So overall for Cam, I'm going to give him a 7.5. I personally don't think he's actually that good at Cam, but for a centre midfielder currently in the game, I'm going to give him like an 8.6 maybe. I feel like it's a little bit high, but generally speaking, he's one of the best box-to-box midfielders you can probably get. Obviously, there's like Goretzka, Llorente that are better. Pogba is one of those ones where it's debatable who's better of the two of them, but Bruno is a very, very good card overall, so I think that rating for centre mid is fair on him. I just personally don't think you play him Cam. I don't think he's good enough for a Cam. But I've got nothing more to say, so I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe if you want to see more, and peace.